This is the verify testing UX PM research sync for October 7th, it looks like, 2020. Looks like I have dominated the agenda per the usual. I just wanted to provide an update on where we're at with a couple of research things that are in flight. The code testing and coverage jobs to be done. We're doing that the rapid way of doing a survey, which wrapped up. I closed those off this morning. We have 55 plus responses for both persona surveys, both developer and team lead. So I'll be going through the data and updating our jobs to be done page accordingly now that that's validated. And then our next step is bullet point 3, getting back to the code testing and coverage category maturity scorecard bit. It does look like I need to do some job maps for those jobs first, but alongside that, I'm going to move into recruiting internal stakeholders or customers since we're moving from minimal to viable for this category move, and look at getting those interviews done in October, November timeframe. Looks like we'll miss the end of the quarter, which was our target, but that was expected. So that's that one. Code quality job to be done. Research is teams brainstorming on tasks, voting yet this week on those. We did a brainstorm async between design, PM, and the engineering managers already. So the team's just wrapping that up. And then we'll move on to creation of a survey, recruiting, and going back through what we just did with code testing and coverage. Cool. So that's
James,
my update on research.
Like all of that, sorry for interruption. Sounds like all of that is going pretty smooth. Like any help needed right now, or any questions or concerns there?
Not right now. A second set of eyes on the data would probably be great, just to make sure I don't miss anything or my own preconceptions about what the data should look like don't come through with my updates to the page. So I think the best way to do that would probably be just share the data and then share my MR updates before I push those live. All right.
Yeah, that would be helpful. I think tagging myself, Lorrie, I'm not sure if you would want to quickly scan through that, but yeah, myself for sure.
Great. I will make sure that is done in the coming weeks. Juan, I think you are up next, sir.
I am. So we talked a little bit about this async yesterday about the showing the code quality in the Diff, right? Yeah. So I went through that. I actually was talking about this with Nadia on our one-on-one before this. Seems that, I mean, I'm definitely gonna sync with Pedro about this, and also looping Daniel about like about like what's gonna happen here. I'm wondering, like, there are designs. Are those the designs that we're gonna use, or because you clearly created a design issue? I think with the idea of me going and like banging the design of that one, or like polishing or doing something. But then I checked the Dimitri's designs, and there's like, those designs work. I mean, like, my perspective is that they do, but I just want to kind of like get what's your rating of the situation. This is gonna need more design work. Do you feel that I should just take a look and create like an MVC design for this? I mean, I still have 1 week, so I could totally do that. And looking at the issue, it doesn't look hard to just like create the initial concept or like polish the concept. So I just want to get your impression of what's the goal.
Yeah, I think I didn't put enough intent in here of what I was looking for. Yes, there's already design in the implementation issue. I wanted to, because that design is 2 years old, ensure that it had a fresh look, it was up to the standards, that any other interaction in there that was implied was just kind of spelled out nicely.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just to make sure that it wasn't stale. Adhered to current standards and what we think are interaction best practices on that page. So giving it a once over.
Yeah, so I'll definitely gonna give like a quick overview of that. But looking at the design, it looks good. There's just like one concern that I have about the design, which is what Dimitri did was using the same, like where you leave the comment, like he used the same pattern of like when you hover over there and you just kind of like click that and you leave the comment. He's using that area as like the affordance to show that there's an error. And I think that's fine, but I think one thing that we could do is like avoid that and maybe put the affordance somewhere else, like keeping it the way that it is. So basically, I can totally take a look at that and leave some recommendations, and I'll do that for sure. That's not a big issue. But I just wanted to confirm that that's what you want me to do.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. And then I'll sync with Pedro. I mean, I'll loop him in regarding what's going on with this issue.
Great, thank you. Yeah, and I pinged Daniel yesterday in chat or in Slack, so he's in the loop as well. And it looks like we actually pinged both of them in the a month ago in the issue, so that they know what's going on.
Perfect. Okay, nice.
So that's me next. I have just an FYI item more like for agreement and discussing future plans. So James, we have talked about this yesterday with you, but I just wanted to say this out, spell it out again. So while Juan's place is kind of like empty, we will not be having an official backup for Juan, but still I want to make sure that, James, if you feel like you have any urgent request around UX or research, feel free to submit that to the CI/CD UX Slack channel. It's actually like this. Or feel free, also with you've heard probably about my departure. After that, pinging Hayana as well, so then she can quickly hopefully find you help, or Slack channel is probably the best place. So then Lorrie can see the research requests, or other team members can jump in and support you with any UX stuff. But we'll be hoping that the backfill will be soon. So yeah, as I said, tomorrow we are talking to Rupert, so I'll let you know how that goes.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping soon as well. We'll throw whoever the new designer is right into the deep end with interviews and all sorts of fun stuff.
Juan left a great super detailed transition issue, so I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah. I guess just to follow on to that, as we get closer to doing the interviews for the research projects that are in flight, Lorrie, is there someone on research or yourself that can help us out with a second set of ears on those, so it's not just me? I assume that's going to be happening beyond the next week. I don't think I'm going to get recruiting and all of it done in the next 5 business days. Who can I ping to get some help there? Oh, you're muted or not.
I think you're muted. Oh yeah, something.
Maybe Lorrie was talking the whole meeting and we ignored her.
It'll be Lorrie. Okay, cool. I'll just ping you and loop you in as I can. Thank you. I was going to ask you how the CI research has been going, but maybe I'll just look into Slack and see how it's going there. Usability test next week. Nice. Cool.
21 plus participants, we hope. Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's a big research project. All right. Well, I think that's everything for me. Anything else for this meeting?
I just want to say that I'm still updating the transition issue. I'm gonna add more things, including the Figma files, in which I have been working on like during like the last months. So that's for you also, James. If you ever need to like jump into like Figma and do some designs, I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna leave those there for reference.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's it from me as well. Lorrie can't talk anyway, so.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
Thanks all.
Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye.